Hey, closing in on. I'd normally be driving home right about now with my kids, but not today. I'm in this jank for the long haul. So, still got about another hour or so till this thing I got starts. And then it's going to be, who knows? Might be in this jank till midnight. I don't really know. What up, man? Of course I come out here and ask what's going on. Hold on. Trying to get me to a spot where it's not so bad. I don't know. Is that any better? I can't really tell. I don't hear the wind feedback, so that's something y'all gotta let me know. Woo! Look at all them hard snakes there. Yeah, so I got to thinking about something. I was talking to a guy at work today. Yeah. And we were talking about, we were mainly talking about YouTube and how there is no science to the YouTube phenomenon where people get, found and their videos blow up and they get partnered and paid a bunch of money, and it's just like YouTube, it's all right place, right time. You keep putting out a bunch of videos, hopefully one of yours catches fire and somebody grabs it and takes it. With streaming, it's not kind of the same. With YouTube, you post a video, it's funny, people like it. The key is to have a follow-up ready, to be able to take that hype that you have and steamroll that thing. Streaming, on the other hand, is a little bit different because there is a little more control that you have. I mean, you obviously can't make people come and watch you, but you can be consistent with your time. The time you start, the time you stop, excuse me. You have to think of your show like a TV show. You always liked watching your favorite cartoons and TV shows growing up because you knew that, if you liked watching wrestling growing up, you knew Monday at 8, boom. You turn the TV over to USA and there's Monday Night Raw. And it was like, you knew that was a thing. So it was a matter of, hey, I'm going to make sure to be here this time every Monday to watch the thing. Well, your stream has to be the same way, where you need to be ready to go same time every day, obviously barring life complications, but it's part of the deal. Another thing is, that's pretty obvious. Another thing that you got to do is you have to be planning, right? People know your stream schedule. So they know, I'm going to watch Justin play Overwatch. I know he's going to be live at this time on these days. I can set my watch by it. And, that's key. That's a thing. People like that consistency, like it or not. It's a thing where, you start getting some people hanging on your stream and you just change times or disappear for no reason and then come back. Well, they've all gone and found another place to roost while you were gone. So, it's picking a time that works for you that you can meet with every day or whatever days you have set aside and staying consistent with it. The other thing you can do is you need to have a step 2 where there's no telling how long that grind takes. Could be weeks, could be months, could be years, but there's a time span where you're going to build that up. But then once you have it, you need to already know what you're going to do with it. So when it comes live and you got all these people showing up to your stream all the time and watching and hanging out, you're like, okay, now I know, this is what I'm going to do. I already know in my head that this is what I'm going to do, so now you're not caught off guard I don't know what to do. I'm so awestruck by everything that's happening, I'm lost. So, you get in there, have your plan, set it, write your 4-step plan, and that way, when you do blow up, you do get these big raids, you do get all these people coming in and watching in, then you're like, boom, I'm in there like swimwear, baby. You already know. All right, this is my next step. I'm going to add another day, or I'm going to, increase my time, or, all right, I'm going to start focusing on this type of game, or I'm going to move over to like playthroughs versus just playing random games and stuff like that. And you can announce you can tell your plan to your stream, if you want to, yay or nay, and you're like, hey, once we get up to this point, we're going to change over and do so-and-so. And then you can kind of take their feedback, because if it's like, if you're going to make a turn that they don't really like and a bunch of them are going to leave, well, then now you're back to step one. Sometimes you can't help that. It's just what it is. But it's key to always have a plan to know, what am I going to do? How am I going to capitalize on the opportunity that I've been given or created, or both? Some people throw that, partnership app in, or some people post videos to YouTube, or, start a podcast or something, and it takes, and they weren't planning on it taking, and now they're like, oh, well, I had anticipated failure, so I didn't plan on success. Now I don't know what to do. Now I don't know how to handle all of this that I'm going to have coming at me next. So what do? Where do I go? Do I just keep doing the same? Or, do I need to do more? And it's like, these are things that you want to figure out ahead of time. And that's where I'm trying to be at. I have these kind of milestone changes in my head where, okay, if I can start garnering, a certain amount of viewers a night, and be like, hey, I got 10 consecutive viewers coming through my stream who come in and hang out every night when I stream, or most nights when I stream, and hang out with me, like, regardless of what game I'm playing. So I know they're there to hang out with for the stream. They're not there for the game, necessarily. Then I'm like, okay, you know what? And I don't want to say, like, as a reward to you guys, but it's like, okay, I know that it will be immensely beneficial to me and to my viewership if I extend my stream an hour. So I'll try and start early. Or try to stream an hour later. Or try to add these things in where, but I don't want them to be like, hey, if you get me to this, I'll do this, because that's not what that's for. That's more for me, it's more of a me thing. It's in my head, like, okay, once I kind of having this plan, like, if I can start cultivating a community, a general return of viewers, and people keep coming, and I see that consistently, then I'll go, hey, you know what? Then I'm going to start streaming more, longer. So they come in, so they get to hang out longer. So, like, it's more time to build that relationship with them, and then between the viewers, with each other. And that is really ultimately what will get you locked into a stream, I think, is, the streamer is part of it. But, sometimes you go on a stream and you're there to hang out with the other viewers. You're there to hang out with the people that are there to watch, because they're cool folks and you have good times with them. So, you get in there and you hang out with them, and hell, you may not even watch the stream. You may just have to up. But you're there, you're active in chat, you're a viewer. So for the streamer, you're everything that they need to prove to somebody else that they have an active community. So I think it's important to have plans for stuff like that. I'd love the goal that I'm working towards and trying to get out there and trying to be active, in streams and in other people's chats and stuff like that, doing the PR thing, getting the name out there, hanging out, supporting streamers that I like, like Justin. I was watching Senpai earlier, and like Boomstick and Zay, and you know, Drunk on Shadows, Navajo, those guys. You know, I like watching these guys stream. It's fun. A lot of the same people pop in and out and view those streams. So, you know, I get to hang out with some of the same people regardless of which stream I go to. So it's kind of nice to be able to do that. And, you know, that type of thing will keep me going to some of these streams. Excuse me, even if they're playing a game I don't particularly care to watch. So, it's nice. You know, it's nice having that sense of community where you go. And that's another thing too, like that will drive me to sub to streamers even more. You know, it's these intangible things. It's things that the streamer doesn't even really have a direct hand in other than cultivating a good community of people. So, you know, if they're there making sure that, you know, things aren't getting too crazy, you know, the riffraff's out and nobody's coming in and spamming or trolling or just being a general dick to everybody, then, you know that everybody's going to go there and have a good time. And that's what I'm there for. You know, I'm not there to argue with somebody about some stupid shit or listen to them, you know, spout a bunch of hate nonsense and blah, blah, blah. I'm there to hang out with other people and, you know, watch somebody play some games that I like. So, you know, that's just how I am, personally. You know, I know that's just me. But, you know, I've seen it time and again. Let's see. Well, my shift technically ended at 4:30, so now I'm on overtime. My project doesn't start until 6 p.m., which means that I'll probably be here till about 10, so what's that, 14 hours? I used to do it all the time when I worked in the field. And that was, you know, doing FiOS and doing cable installation and stuff. So this will be cake. I'll do 14 hours sitting at my desk. Please. Easiest overtime I ever earned. Anyway, so that was it. Playing for the future. You know, live in the now, plan for the then. And make sure that you are ready to grab every opportunity that you have given to you or that you have carved out for yourself and take it and run it all the way, because you may not get a second one. So, all right, back to the Grizzy. Maybe a stream tonight, depending on what time I get off. So, if you're up, you know, late night, I'm on the East Coast, so 10 p.m. Eastern time is generally when I go live. So come by and say what's up. I'd love to have you. All right, folks. Peace.